Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Lisa Mascaro, the Chief Congressional Correspondent with the Associated Press, and we're here today with Representative Jim Clyburn, who is the Majority Whip, the Democratic Whip of the U.S. House of Representatives. Thanks so much for joining us, Mr. Clyburn.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, let's talk right off the top about some of the big news of today. Over on Capitol Hill, they are negotiating the COVID package, the next big potential relief package for the coronavirus. Do you have any insight you can share with us? Do you think that it's at all possible that the Democrats, the Republicans, and the White House can get to an agreement perhaps by the end of this week?
I certainly hope so. I think it's highly possible. The fact of the matter, though, is that the House did its work on this package several weeks ago, months even. And of course, Mitch McConnell told us at the time that it was literally a joke. He didn't see the seriousness of it. And of course, he postponed any consideration until the last several days. And now he's taken himself out of it altogether. And he's now saying he'll agree to whatever the White House agrees to. That's not the way our government is supposed to work, but I guess it's the best we've got to deal with. Our entire economy is at stake. We got a healthcare crisis wrapped into an economic crisis.
The other big news this week is Vice President Biden, almost Democratic nominee for the president, is about to announce his own running mate. You've talked about the importance of having a woman of color, a Black woman on the ticket. Do you think that the vice presidential pick will be a black woman?
Well, I've said time and time again, I certainly hope so. I'm the father of 3 Black women. I would be very proud to see a Black woman on the ticket. But having said that, I've also said, I don't think that's a must. The only real must is to win the election.
And our colleague here, Padma Rama, also had some questions as well. Padma?
So just following up on President Donald Trump, you've said that he is like Mussolini and that you don't think that he will honor the outcome of the election if he is not chosen as the next president of the United States. Can you just tell me a little bit what you think Democrats should be doing right now to ensure that there's a fair election if you think that that would be a problem coming up in November?
I think there's going to be a fair election. What we need to do is to prevent this guy from rigging the election. This guy believes in transferring to everybody his own personal shortcomings. So when you hear him talking about a rigged election, he is telling you what he is trying to do and trying to transfer that to other people. Now, what I did not say he would not leave. I'm saying he will not want to leave. He's making no plans to leave. He sees himself as a strong man. He sees himself, and he's said it so many times. Everybody should have seen this. He wasn't president 2 months before he started talking about having a big parade with tanks rolling down the streets of Washington, D.C., the way they do over there in Korea or someplace in Russia. That's not what we do in this country. This guy came in the office looking to be treated as a strong man, an autocrat, a dictator, and that's what he sees himself as. So I've been saying to the people of this country, we better wake up. John Lewis told us, his last words to many people was, get out and vote, get out and vote. And he said, as I have said, that he was seriously, very upset and concerned that we might be losing this democracy that we've held on to for all so many years. It's not perfect, but it's the best thing going in the world today. And we had better not run the risk of losing it.